Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Lecture number 36. Slowly we are now progressing towards the end of this lecture series, and this lecture is dedicated on screen printing with natural dyes. One full lecture we are going to learn about screen printing using natural dyes. We had fleetingly seen in the last lecture and the penultimate lecture that screen printing came into description to some extent. Now we will have a detailed account of screen printing. Screen printing is a process of transferring a stencil diagram onto a flat surface using a mesh screen, ink and squeegee. Fabric and paper are the most commonly screen printed surfaces, but with specialized ink it is also possible to print onto wood, metal, plastic and even glass. The basic method involves creating a stencil on the fine mesh screen and then pushing the ink or paint, in the case of artwork and posters, through to create an imprint of your design on the surface beneath. So, it is a very simple procedure, but it requires a mesh screen, ink and squeegee. The process is sometimes called silk screening or silk screen printing, and while the actual printing process is always fairly similar, the way the stencil is created can vary. So, making a stencil may be different, but otherwise the silk screening or the silk screen printing remains the same. Different stenciling techniques include using masking tape or vinyl to cover the desired areas of the screen. Ease with screen printing. As mentioned earlier, screen printing is very easy to handle, and that is why it is very popularly used. It is not only used on fabric and paper, but it is also used and can be used on wood, metal and other surfaces. Painting the stencil onto the mesh using screen blockers such as glue or lacquer. Using a light sensitive emulsion to create a stencil, which is then developed in a similar way as to a photograph. Designs made using screen printing techniques may use just one shade of ink or several. In the case of multicolored item, the colors must be applied in individual layers using separate stencils for each ink. And this we had come across when we were talking about screen printing, that different colors need to be used with different stencils. Same stencil cannot be used for all the colors. One of the reasons that screen printing technique is so widely used is because it produces vivid color, even and darker fabrics. The ink or paint also lies in layers of the surface of the fabric or paper, which gives the print a pleasingly tactile quality. The technique is also favored because it allows the printer to easily reproduce a design multiple times, because the screen remains the same. So, the same design can be repeated again and again. Because the same stencil can be used to replicate a design again and again, it is very useful for creating multiple copies of the same garment or accessory. And you may have seen that many people, for a particular occasion, they get these stencil printed t-shirts or stencil printed caps, so that they can mark out that it is for that particular occasion. This makes screen printing a very efficient technique for creating large batches of custom clothing for sport teams or work uniforms. Screen printing, let us understand the process step by step. There are different methods of screen printing, but they all involve the same basic technique. The form of print we will talk about below uses a special light reactive emulsion to create a custom stencil. This tends to be the most popular type of commercial printing, as it can be used to make intricate stencils. Here we will see through the screen printing process step by step. So, the step number 1, the design is created on the stencil. To start, the printer takes the design they want to create on the finished product and prints it out into a transparent acetate film. This will be used to create the stencil. Second step, the screen is prepared. Next, the printer will choose a mesh screen to suit the complexity of the design and the texture of the fabric being printed. The mesh screen is then coated with a layer of light reactive emulsion, which will harden when developed under bright light. Step number 3, the emulsion is exposed. The acetate sheet featured the design is then laid onto the emulsion coated screen, and the whole thing is exposed to very bright light. The light hardens the emulsion, so the parts of the screen which are covered by the design remain in liquid form. If the final design is going to include more than one color, then a separate screen must be used to apply each layer of the ink. To create multicolored products, the printer must use his skill to design each stencil and line them up perfectly to ensure the final design is seamless. Step number 4, the emulsion is washed off, creating the stencil. After the screen has been exposed for a set time, the areas of screen not covered by the design will have turned hard. Any unhardened emulsion is then carefully rinsed away. This leaves a clear imprint of the design on the screen for the ink to pass through. The screen is then dried, and the printer will make any necessary touch-ups or corrections to make the imprint as accurate as possible to the original design. The stencil is now ready to be used. So, this is the preparation of the stencil. Step number 5, the item is prepared for print. The screen is then placed on the printing press. The item or garment or fabric or paper being printed is laid down flat onto the printing board underneath the screen. There are a number of different passes, including manual and automatic style, but most modern commercial printers will use an automatic rotary carousel printer, as this allows several different screens to work at once. For multicolor print, this sort of printer can also be used to apply the separate color layers in quick succession. So, because it is automatic, because it is rotatory, and because it has a carousel printer, one by one each stencil will come and will deliver one color. Step number 6, the ink is pressed through the screen onto the item. The screen is lowered down onto the printing board. Ink is added to the top end of the screen, and a squeegee is used to pull the ink along the length of the screen. This presses the ink through the open areas of the stencil, imprinting the design on the product underneath. If the printer is creating multiple items, then the screen is raised and a new garment is placed onto the printing board. The process is then repeated. Once all the items have been printed and the stencil has served its purpose, the emulsion is removed using a special washing fluid so that the mesh can be reused to create new stencil. So, it is reusable, recyclable. Step number 7. The product is dried, checked and finished. The printed product then passes through a dryer which cures the ink and creates a smooth, color fast finish. The final product will be checked and washed thoroughly to remove any residue before being passed on to its owner, to the new owner. So, this is how in 7 steps the screen printing is achieved, right from making the stencil, making the ink, making the preparation of the surface of the garment to be prepared, and cutting the stencil, charging the color on the stencil. Screen printing could be achieved in either one color or multicolored, but for multicolored, every time a new color required a new stencil. Screen printing in India has been practiced with natural dyes. So, screen printing with natural dyes in India is a traditional and eco-friendly method of textile printing that has been practiced for centuries. So, it is not a new concept. Natural dyes are derived from various sources such as plants, minerals and even insects. Some common natural dyes used in India include indigo, turmeric, madder root, pomegranate, myrobalan, lac and so on. Here is the detail of the process of screen printing with natural dyes in India. Selection of fabric. Typically, natural fabrics like cotton, silk, wool, bamboo, jute, linen, hemp are preferred for screen printing. These fabrics readily absorb natural dyes and offer good color retention. Preparing the dyes. Natural dyes are extracted from plants, roots, barks or insects using traditional method. These dyes are then prepared by boiling, soaking or fermenting the raw materials. The preparation method varies depending on the source of the dye, and we have seen that whether it is digital printing, whether it is sublimation printing, whether it is screen printing, whether it is block printing, all the time if we are using natural dye, most of the extraction methods of dyeing and printing remains the same, which means that extraction and efficient extraction of the natural colorant from the plant parts is very crucial and is also common in all these methods. So, extraction of colorant is very important step. Second step becomes screen preparation, and we saw that screens made from silk or synthetic material like nylon are used generally for screen printing. The design to be printed is transferred onto the screen using photo emulsion technique or hand cut stencils. Either the stencils are hand cut or they are light sensitive emulsions which are applied on the screen. The areas where the dye is not supposed to pass through are blocked off. Printing. Once the screen is prepared, it is placed on top of the fabric and the natural dye extract is poured onto the screen. A squeegee is used to spread the dye evenly over the design, forcing it to through the unblocked areas of the screen onto the fabric below. So, it is a very simple concept. There is a stencil and the color will only go through the areas which are unblocked. Blocked area will not take the color. Dye fixation. After printing, the fabric is allowed to dry naturally. Depending on the type of natural dye used, fixation methods may vary. Some dyes require heat setting, while others may need a mordant to fix the color onto the fabric. So, either we use heat or mordant. Dye fixation is a must, otherwise dye will run off. So, we have to keep that in mind. Washing and finishing. Once the dye is fixed, the fabric is washed to remove any excess dye or impurities. This step helps in improving the color fastness and softening the fabric. After washing, the fabric may undergo additional finishing processes such as ironing or drying. So, these are common methods. If we are doing a screen printing, we need to wash and finish. Screen printing with natural dyes in India not only produces vibrant and unique designs, but also promotes sustainable and eco-friendly practices in the textile industry. Additionally, it helps in preserving traditional dyeing techniques and supports local artisans and communities involved in natural dye production and printing. Advantages of using natural dyes in screen printing. We have seen that there are several advantages which we have enlisted earlier also. If we are using natural dyes, they are associated or attributed with some good advantages and benefits. Screen printing with natural dyes offers several benefits both environmentally and aesthetically. Here are some of the key advantages. Environmentally friendly. Now, time and again we have been talking that natural dyes are derived from renewable sources such as plant, mineral and insects, making them biodegradable and non-toxic. Unlike synthetic dyes, they do not contain harmful chemicals or heavy metals that can pollute the waterways and harm the ecosystems. Using natural dyes promotes sustainable practices and reduces the environmental impact of the textile production. So, we are very sure that when we are using natural dyes, we are not using any toxic chemicals. Health benefits. Natural dyes are generally safe for both the environment and human health compared to synthetic dyes, which may contain carcinogenic or allergenic substances. People with sensitive skin or allergies often prefer fabric dyed with natural dyes, as they are less likely to cause skin irritation or any adverse reaction. So, these facts are now well established that natural dyes are non-toxic, natural dyes are biodegradable, natural dyes are environmentally friendly and natural dyes have health benefits. It is not only the allergy part that we are focusing on. Some of the natural dyes have been known to be used in Ayurveda as a medicine, as an alternate medicinal pathway, and there they have some beneficial effect. They can be anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antioxidants and so on. Unique aesthetic. Natural dyes produce rich, nuanced color that are often difficult to replicate with synthetic dyes. Each batch of natural dye can vary slightly in color and shade, resulting in unique and distinctive patterns on printed fabrics. This aesthetic appeal adds value to handmade textiles and contributes to their cultural significance. So, they have an aesthetic value. In the last lecture, I showed you some naturally dyed samples and naturally dyed printed samples which had prints made from the natural dye inks. Now, those samples, when you look from a distance itself, you can make out that they have been made through natural dyeing and natural printing. Cultural preservation. Screen printing with natural dyes is often rooted in cultural traditional textile practices that have been passed down through generation in many cultures including India. In India itself, there may be more than 24 of different regions where a special type of printing is being practiced. By using natural dyes, artisans can preserve these age-old techniques and support local communities engaged in dye cultivation and extraction, dyeing and printing. This helps to safeguard traditional knowledge and skill for future generation. Biodegradability. We have been talking about this again and again, because the moment you talk about natural dyes, the word biodegradable comes automatically, non-toxicity comes automatically, less harmful comes automatically. Why? Because these natural dyes break down naturally over time, over a short period of time, unlike many synthetic dyes that persist in the environment for years. So, it is for this reason also that we should prefer natural dyes for screen printing, for dyeing, etc. Why? Because environmental impact and sustainability are two things which have to be kept in mind. Fabrics printed with natural dyes can be safely disposed of at the end of their life cycle without causing harm to the environment. This aligns with the principles of circular economy and sustainable consumption. Support for rural economies. Many natural dyes are sourced from rural areas where communities rely on traditional methods of dye cultivation and extraction for their livelihood. By promoting the use of natural dyes, screen printing provides economic opportunities for these rural artisans and help to sustain local economies. Screen printing with natural dyes offers a sustainable and culturally rich alternative to conventional textile printing methods, benefiting both the environment and the communities involved in the production process. Types of screen printing where natural dyes are being used. Screen printing with natural dyes can be executed using various techniques and methods. That means, within the screen printing broad name, there are several other techniques which are marginally different, but they come under the broad name of screen printing. Some of the common types of screen printing done with natural dyes include direct printing. This is the most straightforward method, as the name suggests, where the dye is applied directly onto the fabric through a screen. The design is transferred onto the screen, which is then placed over the fabric. The dye is applied over the screen and forced through the unblocked areas onto the fabric using the squeegee. So, it is a very simple, straightforward technique of screen printing, and it is called direct printing. Discharge printing. In this method, a discharge paste containing a bleaching agent is applied to pre-dyed fabric. When the fabric is steamed or washed, the discharge paste removes the existing color, leaving behind the natural dye design. This technique creates a stable and intricate design with a soft hand feel. So, it has an inherent bleaching agent. So, it is a discharge method. So, when the bleach goes away or does the bleaching of the other part, then only the printed part remains and it comes out as a design. Resist printing. Resist printing involves applying a resist paste or substance onto the fabric to create a pattern or design that resists the dye. After the resist is applied and dried, the fabric is dyed using natural dyes. Once the dye is fixed, the resist is removed, revealing the underlying design. Common resist materials include wax, starch and certain types of clay, as what we saw in Dabu. Devore printing, also known as burnt out printing. Devore printing involves selectively removing fibers from a blended fabric using a chemical paste or laser treatment. This creates a sheer or semi-transparent effect in specific areas of the fabric. Natural dyes can then be applied to the fabric, creating contrasting colors and texture. So, this is another level of screen printing. It is actually burning out certain portions of a blended fabric which has two different types of fibers, and then it creates a sheer or a semi transparent effect, and then it is naturally dyed so that it will apply on the fabric where it is actually existing, creating a contrasting colors, and it will create a new texture. Block printing. While not strictly a screen printing technique, block printing is often done using natural dyes. In block printing, a wooden or a metal block with a carved design is dipped in natural dye and stamped onto the fabric. This method allows for intricate and repeatable patterns to be printed onto the fabric. Although it does not come under the direct category of screen printing, but still it is being included. Batik printing. Batik is a traditional Indonesian technique that involves applying wax to fabric to create a resist. Before dyeing, the wax areas resist the dye, creating patterns and design. After dyeing with natural dyes, the wax is removed, revealing the dyed and undyed areas. This method can produce intricate and multicolored designs. These are just a few examples of the types of screen printing that can be done using natural dyes. Each method offers unique possibility for creating visually stunning and environmentally friendly textile. The choice of technique depends on factors such as desired design, fabric type and the characteristic of natural dyes that are being used. Do's of screen printing process. When screen printing with natural dyes, there are several do's and don'ts to consider to ensure successful outcomes and minimize potential issues. Here is a list of some key do's and don'ts. So, the way the do's should be: do conduct thorough research on the property and characteristic of the natural dye you plan to use, including their color fastness, compatibility with different fabric and appropriate mordants and fixative. So, a little bit of research is required before you start using them for screen printing. Do properly prepare the fabric by washing and scouring it to remove any impurities or finishes that may interfere with dye absorption. And this I have repeatedly told again and again, that unless and until we prepare the fabric, whether it is for dyeing or for printing, properly by scouring, the impurities will interfere, and if they are allowed to remain there, then there will be resultant will be uneven dyeing. Do test your natural dye on small fabric swatches before committing to a large scale printing project. It is always advisable to make small samples and then be doubly sure that what works, what dye will take which mordant, and how the procedure will go about. This allows you to assess color intensity, hue, and compatibility with the fabric. Because if you remember, I had told that even the dyes have a kind of selective behavior towards mordants and fabrics. Do ensure that your screen printing equipment, including screens, squeegees, and stencils, they are all clean and free from residues from previous printing session. Do's of the screen printing processes continues. Do use proper safety precautions when handling natural dyes, including wearing protective gloves, mask, goggles to prevent skin contact and inhalation of dust and fumes. Do allow and do follow recommended dyeing and printing techniques for the specific type of natural dye you are using, including appropriate dyeing temperature, fixation method, and curing times. Do maintain consistent pressure and speed when applying the dye through the screen to ensure even coverage and crisp print quality. Do allow sufficient drying and curing time for the printed fabric before washing or further processing to ensure the dye properly adheres to the fabric fibers. Now let us see what are the don'ts of screen printing with natural dyes. Don't assume that natural dyes behave the same way as synthetic dyes. Natural dyes may have different color variation, dyeing properties, and fixation requirements that need to be considered very carefully. Don't mix different types of natural dyes without testing compatibility first. Some dyes may interact unpredictably, leading to undesirable color shifts to muddiness. Don't overlook the importance of proper fabric preparation. Failure to properly scour or pre-treat the fabric can result in uneven dye absorption and poor print quality and even unevenness. Don't use excessive force when applying the dye through the screen, as this can cause smudging, bleeding, and distortion of the print. It should be lightly passed through the screen. Don't skip the curing or fixation step after printing, because that is what is actually going to matter when we look at the wash fastness and the light fastness. Proper fixation is essential for ensuring longevity and wash fastness of natural dyeing, because you see every step has its own significance. Otherwise, why was this step actually created? So that means that we have to pay attention to all the steps very carefully and do it as what has been recommended. The do's and the don'ts are very important to understand before you start doing the screen printing with natural dyes. Don't overlook safety precautions when working with natural dyes. Many natural dyes contain substances that can be toxic or irritate the skin and respiratory system if not handled properly. So one should not assume if there are too much of powdery material, then it is possible that you will inhale some of it. So safety precautions have to be kept in mind, just the way we are handling any and every chemical. The safety precautions are a must. Don't rush the drying process. Allow adequate time for the printed fabric to air dry and use appropriate heat setting methods to ensure the dye properly sets into the fabric fibers. By following these do's and don'ts, you can achieve successful screen printing results with natural dyes while minimizing potential pitfalls and ensuring a safe and environmentally friendly printing process. So, if we adhere to all these do's and don'ts, then there are less chances of making mistake or for spoiling the printing process. Fascinating facts about screen printing using natural dyes. A fascinating fact about screen printing using natural dyes is its historical significance and cultural importance in various regions around the world, particularly in India. Here is an interesting fact. Screen printing with natural dyes has been practiced for centuries in India and is deeply rooted in the country's rich textile tradition known as kalamkari or block printing. This art form dates back to ancient times and has been documented in Indian text as far as back as 3rd century before Christ. Artisans in regions of Gujarat, Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh have perfected the craft of screen printing with natural dyes, creating intricate designs and vibrant colors using dyes sourced from plants, minerals and insects indigenous to that region. And we have to feel proud that such is the cultural heritage of natural dyes, and they have been used in screen printing from very long time. Screen printing has many uses. The use of natural dyes in screen printing not only produces beautiful textile, but also reflects India's cultural heritage and commitment to sustainable and eco-friendly practices in textile production. Today, Indian artisans continue to preserve and promote the tradition of screen printing with natural dyes, ensuring that this an ancient art form remains a cherished part of country's cultural identity. Screen printing is a versatile and widely used technique for commercial production across various industries. Here is how screen printing can be utilized for commercial production. So, it is so important that cultural heritage we need to take forward. All our traditional screen printing knowledge needs to be now technologically upgraded and taken forward. In textiles and apparel, screen printing is commonly used in textile and apparel industry to create designs on clothing, accessories and fabrics. It is ideal for large scale production runs of garments such as t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags and hats. Textile screen printing can achieve vibrant colors, intricate designs and durable prints that withstand multiple washes, making it popular for branded merchandise, promotional items and fashion collection. Signage and graphics. Screen printing is well suited for producing high quality signage, banners, posters and decals for commercial purposes. It can be used to print graphics, logos and text onto various substrates such as vinyl, acrylic, corrugated plastic and metal sheets. Screen printed signage is durable, weather resistant and offers excellent visibility, making it suitable for indoor and outdoor advertising, retail display, trade shows and point of sale materials. Packaging and labeling. Screen printing is utilized for printing packaging material and labels for consumer products, food and beverages packaging, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals and many more. It can be applied to a wide range of packaging substrates including paperboard, cardboard, plastic, glass and metal. So, it is not only that screen printing is used in textile. Screen printed packaging and labels can enhance brand identity, provide product information and attract consumers' attention on stores' shelves. Ceramic and glassware. Screen printing is employed in production of ceramics, glassware and pottery for decorative and functional purposes. It allows for precise application of ceramic and glass ink onto flat or curved surfaces, creating intricate patterns, logos and designs. Screen printed ceramics and glassware are popular in the giftware, home decor and hospitality industries, offering customization options for mugs, plates, vases and decorative items. So, it is not just restricted to fabric, so even ceramic and glassware can be used. Banners can be screen printed. Electronic and industrial application. Screen printing is utilized in the electronic industry for printing conductive inks, solder paste and dielectric materials onto circuit boards, membrane switches and electronic components. It is also used in industrial application of printing markers and labels and identification codes on automotive parts, appliances, machinery and other manufactured goods. So, screen printing is not just restricted to fabric, apparel, textile. It can be extended to ceramic, glassware, electronics and many other industrial application. Fine art and reproduction. Screen printing is employed by artists, printmakers and galleries for creating limited edition of prints, posters and reproductions of original artworks. It allows artists to reproduce their design with precision and consistency using a variety of inks, papers and substrates to achieve desired artistic effect. Overall, screen printing offers a cost-effective, versatile and scalable solution for commercial production across a wide range of industries, enabling businesses to create customized, high quality printed products that meet their specific requirement and branding objectives. In today's time, so much of screen printing is being used on so many surfaces that it has become a common occurrence. Screen printing is no more considered as a very different or delicate thing. Screen printing on any and every surface is now practically possible, and that is what we have learnt in this lecture. Calico printing. This is another very interesting traditional printing method. Calico is one of the Iran traditional print on the cloth, in which the design is transferred through putting the format or stencil dipped in print ink or the paint on the cloth and tapping on its backside. In this, the format is called block. The type of cloth used in this print should be cotton, so it could have the greatest absorption rate. The carved material is wood. After finishing and drying the cloth, it is rinsed in cold water and flowing natural water, so we could be sure that the paints are stable and not varied. Then it is boiled in pomegranate peel juice and madder ink. Afterwards, coloring and rinsing and boiling stages are repeated one time. The pattern in this print are floral, although animal and human patterns and sometimes geometrical patterns can also be seen in calico printing. One of the most famous calico pattern is parsley. Calligraphy can also be printed in this way. Now, you see these are examples of calico printing. Now, in this printing you see the intricate design that is developed, and there is a particular way of processing using only madder, ink and the juice of pomegranate peel, and by subjecting one can get good number of browns and mustards from this particular combination. And the intricacy of the design is what makes it a special printing process, and calico printing is generally made on the bedspreads and table spreads, and they make a beautiful pattern out of it. The way screen printing is done. Screen printing, there is a stencil, there is a squeegee, and this hand is moved over the screen very gently so that it can print very uniformly. Screen printing and shibori. Now, tying and then indigo dyeing. So, this is an example of screen printing with indigo and in a shibori style, because that style of stitching the cloth in a particular manner causes a resist of the colorant to enter, and that causes a pattern to form. Screen printing equipment. We need to, after all, at the end of this, towards the end of this lecture, we need to understand what are the components of screen printing. It is possible to screen print with just a mesh screen and a squeegee. Most printers prefer to use a press, as it allows, I showed you the press in the last slide, as it allows them to print lots of items more efficiently. This is because the press holds the screen in place between the prints, making it easier for the user to swap out the paper or cloth being printed. There are three types of press: manual, semi-automatic and automatic. Manual presses are operated by hand, as the name suggests, meaning they are quite labor intensive. Semi-automatic presses are partially mechanized, but still require human input to swap over the items being pressed, while the automatic presses are completely automated and require little to no input. So, in three ways the screen can be maneuvered, or it can be used. One is manual, second is semi automatic, and the third one is automatic, which means that when it is manual, one has to move the screen or the squeegee on the screen manually. When it is semi automatic, then it is partially mechanized and partially human intervention is required to swap the items and to press it. And in the automated press, it is all done by the machine. Ink used. The ink or the pigment or paint is pushed through the mesh screen and onto the item being printed, be it fabric, be it ceramic, transferring a colored imprint of the stencil design onto the product. There is much more to choosing an ink than just picking a color. There are lots of specialist ink which can be used to create different effects on the finished product. For instance, a printer may use glittery ink, textured ink or puffed ink, which expand to create a raised surface, to create a unique look or feel. The printer will also take into account the type of fabric being screen printed, as some inks will work better than certain materials So, therefore, he has to make a choice very carefully. When printing clothing, printers will use a type of ink which becomes machine washable once it has been heat treated and set. This produces color fast, long wearing item that can be worn again and again. So, the ink plays the most vital role. What kind of ink is being used? And it has to have that heat setting property, because only when it is having that heat setting property, it will show color fastness and long life. The silk screen. The silk screen is the screen. It is made up of metal or wooden frame with a fine mesh fabric stretched over the top. Traditionally, this mesh was crafted from silk thread, but nowadays this has been superseded by polyester or nylon fabric, which offer the same performance for a lower price. The thickness and thread count of the mesh can be chosen to suit the texture of the surface and fabric being printed, with smaller spaces between threads allowing for greater details in the print. The smaller the holes, the better is the print, more precise. Once the screen has been coated in emulsion and exposed, it is ready to be used as a stencil. After the screen printing process has finished, it can be washed and reused, and this we have spoken about it in the past. Squeegee. A squeegee is a rubber blade attached to a long wooden, metallic or plastic handle. It is used to push the ink through the mesh screen and onto the surface being printed. And I showed you a picture in the past. The printer will usually pick a squeegee that is similar size to the frame of the screen. It has to fit within the screen, as this will give better coverage. A firmer rubber blade is better for printing intricate designs with lots of details, and it ensures all the nooks and crannies in the stencil receive an even layer of ink. A softer, more yielding rubber squeegee is often used when printing less detailed designs and or when printing onto the fabric. So, it has its own use. It can be a rubber blade squeegee, or it can be a wooden, metallic, plastic handle squeegee, depending on what is the kind of print that we want to have an outcome of. The washing station. The screens used to be washed to remove all traces of emulsion after use, so they can be reused again for future prints. Some larger print works may use large tubs of special cleaning fluid or acid to remove the emulsion, while other printers simply use water trough or sink and a power hose to clean their screens. The screen printing process is fairly straightforward, whether it is automated or done manually. Moreover, the required tool is also not hard or costly to replace. Screen printing can be done by hand or using machine, but the basic process always remains the same. The difference can be in the type of ink used, its rendering effect, and the final printed, what is the printing surface. So, what it means that it is a very straightforward printing process, whether it is automated or manual. Accordingly, the tools are chosen, and there are very few things that are required in screen printing. A stencil is required, a fabric is required, and the printing ink is required, and with that printing ink one can do the printing very carefully using a squeegee. And then finally, there is a washing station. Benefits of screen printing. When considering using screen printing technology, it is worthwhile thinking about its benefit. it is versatile, it is durable, there is vibrancy of ink colors and cost effective. Versatility, one of the main advantages of screen printing is its versatility. It can be used on any type of fabric, plastic, wood, glass or even metal. Plus, multiple colors can be used. It is almost endless design freedom when using screen printing. One can do miracles with screen printing. Durability, compared to other printing methods, screen printing can apply a heavy ink coverage, resulting in a durable design. Additionally, certain coatings and additives can make the ink resistant to UV rays, scratches, moisture and chemical, allowing screen printed products to be used outdoor and in harsh environmental without fading. Vibrancy of ink colors. The vibrant, bolder colors produced by screen printing is quite tricky to replicate by other techniques. For multiple color designs, separate layers are used which allow each color to preserve its actual brilliancy, and it is cost effective. Most importantly, screen printing is a cost effective method in the long run. Once it is set up is done, it is relatively quick, easy to print items at high volumes. So, it is safe to say that more you print, the cheaper the unit cost becomes, and it is reusable. The stencils are reusable. This is how the mechanized screen printing looks like, and it is automated. There is a stencil which is passing, and the broad thing is looking, which is the squeegee in this case, and the design is being replicated on the fabric which is under the stencil. So, with this we have come to an end of this lecture. Thank you.